It's a year ago, more or less, not quite to the day, but a year ago since we got together, since you were appointed. And here I am back in the Isle of Man. Rob Allen.
Welcome to The Big Interview.
Thanks very much, Gary.
Just tell me about this first year as CEO. What's it been like?
Look, Gary's been absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Incredibly interesting, stimulating. Have obviously been challenging moments, no doubt we'll talk about that. But overall, it's been far more than I could have hoped for.
You, I remember we met just as you were about to be announced and appointed. Looking at this 12 months, what would you say your biggest challenges have been? And alternatively, what are the biggest opportunities that have arisen for IFGL?
I mean, running a complicated global business like this, there are challenges every day. But the one that really stands out to me was, clearly the really unfortunate circumstances around the war in the Middle East, and the steps that we took to ensure that our colleagues were safe and protected, and that we were able to support those of them that wanted to leave. That really stands out as kind of the biggest challenge, because that's when it becomes real and you become sort of tested for what you care about. And I'm really proud of how we as a team handled that and how we were able to support our colleagues and our team on the ground in Dubai.
When you say it was a challenge, what did you, what are the logistics of something like that? How does it work? Do you have to have daily contacts with the team?
Yeah. So there was regular contact from our people team working with each individual, but also at one point we were thinking about evacuation and potential evacuation. And so that involves looking at, team member by team member, their nationality, the visa they have, what countries they might be able to transit through, and also which dependents are with them and what passports and visas those people have as well. Because we didn't just think about our team members, we thought about their extended family and how we could kind of care for the whole family unit. That's an extremely complicated piece of planning, and then wanted to make sure that they were financially supported if they wanted to leave as well. So it's a huge piece of work undertaken by predominantly Nuala in our people services team and Helen, our chief people officer, but with support from a large part of the organization, because clearly, we're talking about financial resources as well as logistical support.
What about these opportunities for IFGL? Biggest opportunities that are arising or have arisen during this 12 months?
Well, Gary, you know me well enough to know where I'm going to start. The biggest opportunity we have is to kind of rebuild our business very clearly with colleagues at the heart of everything we do. And it's by doing that and by empowering and trusting our colleagues that we're able to improve the way we deliver for customers, which is our second focus. And we are also incredibly focused on how we support the communities where we live and work. And our understanding is that by delivering for our colleagues, delivering for our customers, and making an impact and a difference in the communities where we live and work, that's what drives the result for our company. That's our focus, and that's the opportunity.
How has this role been? Is it been different to what you imagined? Dealing in the international financial services world, and what surprised you the most?
I think it's been better than I imagined. It's been incredibly enjoyable, and to sound like the broken record, what surprised me is the passion and care and capability of our people, and continues to surprise me almost every day.
You're the kind of leader, from what I can see, that likes to empower people around you. Why is that? Tell me about that. Why is that important?
I think firstly, it's just so obviously the right thing to do. And I think doing the right thing in business is a pretty good guide nearly all of the time. But the other is, pragmatically, it's how you get the most out of people from a business point of view. And there's a sort of wonderful coming together of the right thing to do, the best outcome for the business, and actually creating enjoyable, rewarding, challenging work for our people. And those three things together are just an incredibly powerful combination.
What struck me, Rob, in meeting you, you do talk to everybody. We've spent the morning with you. You speak to everybody in the office. You greet everybody as they walk in, and you're very much a people focused person. Mm-hmm. Do you think that a year in, that Rob Allen's view of what IFGL will look like has settled in? Has there been, there's been quite a lot of people that have in senior management that have left the company. 1 year in, do you feel like it's, do you feel like your feet are firmly under the table?
Yeah, I do. I think I've got an awful lot more to learn. But I think I would sort of correct you slightly and say it's not my vision for the future of the company. It's the wider team's vision, and actually the strategy that we've built, the vision, the values, the purpose that we've shared with all of our colleagues. We had colleague briefings last week, as you know. That really has come from all of our people, and the kind of little conversations that I've had, to mention like kind of like walking the floor, spending informal time with people, but also in kind of more formal meetings, the feedback, the ideas, the ambition, the hopes that people have. That's how you create a really effective shared narrative, strategy, and vision for the future. So that really has come from the whole company, and that makes it much more powerful.
You told me about the Octium deal that was happening. Tell us how's that settling in, and how's things looking with the regulation side of things, and what's the ETA looking like?
Yeah, so we think that deal, subject to regulatory approval, will complete in the second half of this year. We're really looking forward to welcoming the Octium team to the kind of wider IFGL family. We have had an ambition to have a regulated presence in Europe for more than 10 years. We've looked at a number of opportunities and passed. Octium clearly was a standout for the quality of the business and for the quality of the team. And we think that team can not only deliver on our key strategic objectives, but also make a much wider contribution to the IFGL group as a whole. And that's why we're really excited about it.
What will the impact be like? And, for just looking at the wider IFGL business, in Europe, and is this going to give you an opportunity in the UK as well, or is it just Europe at the moment?
I think we're focused on Europe at the moment. Clearly, it will give us an opportunity in Europe for our kind of regulated life insurance businesses, but also for Arden, our platform. And so we will use the opportunity to seek regulatory approval for an Arden branch in Ireland at the right time, and that will enable us to distribute Arden in Europe. And that's something that our partners, our distributors, have been asking for a very long time, and we're really excited about that potential. I mean, we're at its heart, as you know very well, having dealt with us for so many years, this is an incredibly ambitious, growth-focused company, and Europe is the big opportunity for us to grow. It's the market that we've never really been in. It's one of the biggest markets in the world, and we think it will become our biggest region in total in actually quite a short number of years.
And just on the UK bit, is it watch this space? Is there anything to talk about in the UK?
Definitely watch this space, yeah. That's
great. Just tell us, look, we're sat in your office at the moment. I'm noticing there's the cap behind you.
Yeah.
There's, I don't think we can see it in the shot. There's a couple of sailing pictures. There's one of you hiking, but the cap, it's got a big V on it. What does that stand for? What's that about?
So my daughter's a freshman at University of Virginia in the States, and that's the Virginia cap. I wear it pretty much every day to remind me of her. So yeah, very proud of her.
So what's she doing over in Virginia?
and she's studying liberal arts, and she's on a rowing scholarship. So she's rowing, which was my sport when I was a young man as well. So we have lots of good chats about that, but she's doing incredibly well. Yeah, just as I say, incredibly proud of her, and it's a nice way to sort of remember her every day.
So you've two daughters, both of them involved in sports.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Georgia's obviously rowing, and then my younger daughter Rosie is a footballer, a very successful footballer, plays for AFC Wimbledon. Yeah, and so I've really enjoyed learning about football the last couple of years. Not a sport I was able to play. I don't have that coordination and skill that she does, but I've even had to run the line on occasion, which was pretty challenging. But really enjoy watching them learn, grow, build resilience, build skills for life, and just enjoy competing. I think it's an incredible opportunity for them. And it's been wonderfully enjoyable for me.
Just to finish, Rob, with 12 months in, you're really just getting started in this role, aren't you?
Yeah.
What are you hoping for the future? What does a successful 5-year plan look like to Rob Allen?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I would say it's not just me that's only getting started. I have a really strong sense, and so we're talking just a week after we briefed all of our colleagues last week, and I'll say to you what I said to them, which is, it feels like very clearly the best days for this business are ahead, notwithstanding the enormous success that we've had before and the kind of legacy that we've inherited as a leadership team and as a company. But yeah, we think there's much more to come, and we feel like we are only just getting started. So, we've got Optium coming, we've got new markets to enter, we've got an enormous amount of opportunity to simplify our business, improve the way we deliver for customers, and really focusing on those key elements of our kind of value chain. So being a better employer, having a better proposition for our colleagues and our teams, delivering better for customers, serving the communities where we live and work. If we can build a business that really has that demonstrably at its heart, then we'll continue to be really successful. I'm looking forward to that.